How many pigs do you have?
At one point in time, 140.
140 pigs?
This is my pig.
Look at a log that they use in there, and this is the artwork. You know, being able to put a log that's a double waterfall back there. I hear that these guys actually built you a Mickey Mouse pond.
They did. Come on back and look at it.
Oh my gosh, I could totally see it. So Chris, we are in Clive, Iowa, right?
Correct.
And we're traveling around with Chris and Will from Just Add Water, and I think you just waved to the customer back here. What a beautiful garden. So is this a pond or a pondless?
This is a pond with a really long stream, and I believe we built it in 2007 or 2008.
I love it. This never gets old. I'm Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy. This is my channel, Greg Wittstock, the Pond Guy, and it's all about showcasing how people live the aquascape lifestyle. Wow, look at this. Holy cow. Look at the fish. This is awesome. I'm Greg. Hi, Carl.
Evelyn.
Hi, Evelyn. So you're the one that's the gardener in this family.
We both garden, but he's a three-person one. So anyway, we were at this person's house, and they had like a garbage can dug down into the ground with a little fountain, and she said the birds just line up.
Oh yes, because the sound of the water,
So I came home and telling Carl about it, and that's what I wanted, was just a little fountain thing, and this is what we got, and I love it. That's probably the best money we ever spent. Actually, it was 2008 when things went this way.
Okay, so but I gotta ask you, how did it go from a little fountain to a beautiful giant ecosystem pond?
We were out at a home show, and Chris had a display set up out there. And we had him come over, and Carl told him to draw a Cadillac plan. Would have come all the way down to here to the house. It would have been absolutely gorgeous. But we had just done the house gardens over there, and I didn't want to take up that much backyard, and plus we couldn't afford it anyway. So anyway, Carl kind of modified what Chris had drawn up, and this is what we got.
You got. Oh, that's a quite a comment. And why is that? Well, why would you say that? You know, what made it? Yeah.
Well, I guess because there's nothing better to do with the money than sink it into something we enjoyed. Maybe, I don't know.
How do you enjoy it?
We sit out here with a glass of wine fairly frequently. Kids and grandkids or neighbors.
They love the water, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Kids love it. I mean, there's something for everybody. All ages, there's something they can enjoy with a water feature.
We have a 2-year-old great-granddaughter and a 11-month-old great-granddaughter, and the 2-year-old loves to come out here and feed the fish. Most of the fish food lands on the ground rather than...
Yeah, because she's only 2. Anyway. Oh, that's cute.
You can come up and bring it up. I might forget it here.
How many pigs do you have?
Oh, I don't know. The kids count at one point in time 140.
140 pigs?
That includes pictures of pigs and so on and so forth. But anyway.
Well, it's Wilbur.
This pig, the original one is in Santa Fe, New Mexico, and I wanted just a little one they would sell for tourists, but they didn't do such a thing, they said. So Carl was in Salt Lake City on business a few years after that and saw this pig in a gift shop window.
This pig was in a gift shop window. That's this little pig. Okay, so he surprised you with it?
Yeah, he had to have it freighted back here.
And it's big.
This is my pig.
Brought to you by your husband.
Yes.
That takes love right there.
That is true. I bought from Jackson and Perkins many years ago, and we were in England at an old inn. It was built in the 1600s, and they had this Victorian pig sitting on their hearth and their fireplace.
Yes.
And then they had a lying down Victorian pig. And I wanted that lying down Victorian pig. He said, I'm not buying it, we're not shipping it back, it costs an arm and a leg to ship it back from England, and blah, blah, blah. So he's been buying pigs for me ever since. So
he should have just bought the original pig.
Everybody I know has bought me a pig here and there. So.
Oh, that's cute. Look at these koi.
Oh, I didn't charge me an arm and a leg.
But your wife said it was the best investment you've ever made.
$500 hollow rock down there.
So what were you saying about the AutoDoser?
It's the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. I kept forgetting to put stuff in or
bacteria
put it in the wrong time, and anyway, it's been a lifesaver.
My flowers have grown exponentially since we put that doser in.
You know, it's a healthier water.
Yeah.
So you can actually see a difference in the flowers that you planted directly in the water.
Oh yeah, the impatiens in the big stream almost went from one side to the other last summer. Yeah,
when they keep growing. You got perfect conditions for them to grow. They're always being watered, and they got partial sun, partial shade back here. So has this been a good investment? Are you happy with your purchase from Just Add Water?
I'm very happy with it, other than the price.
That's a CPA. That's a CPA for you. So talk to me about the design, and remember, think about what it would be in today's prices. I don't care what you sold in 2008.
So design-wise, we wanted a land bridge. Carl's got this big tractor that he drives around back here. He brings it from his acreage. So we had to have a path for the mower.
So the land bridge is right here. So the water goes through tubes, Will?
Yep, correct. So we've got a tile line, and then I think we've got 2,000 or 3,000 gallons of storage.
So aqua blocks down below.
Yep. And then we've got 2 pumps running up to the top. There's 2 biofalls at the top to start the stream. That stream runs like 70 feet coming down the hill. And then we've got a second source with the wetland filter. Just to go, I don't know, about 10, 12 feet.
Just helps with the water quality. Yep. So give me in 60 seconds the dimensions and the selling price of this water feature.
There would be 50,000 pounds of boulders, probably about 15,000 pounds of gravel, and selling price would be $75,000, $80,000.
And how many man hours to produce something like this?
Probably about 300 to 400.
So 300 to 400 man hours, 75,000 pounds of boulders, a wetland filtration system, a vanishing edge, a land bridge. The entire investment for someone would be about $75,000 to replicate this in their house.
Yeah.
Look at a log that they use in there, and this is the artwork. You know, being able to put a log that's a double waterfall back there. Every water feature is a custom creation because every one is different rocks, different fish, different plants, different landscaping, different settings. And that's why each water feature is truly a unique work of art, one-of-a-kind custom creation. But the process to build them remains the same. And this is why we have a certified Aquascape contractor program that teaches contractors how to do this. And a long-time certified Aquascape contractor like Just Add Water and Chris and Will, his top guy, they know what they're doing, and you can tell. This water feature's been here since 2008. There's not a thing that I would change about it, and we love when we can build water features for homeowners that are gardeners because it makes our water features look that much nicer. The best way to get to the top is to walk through the stream, which I have no problem doing. And you know, this is a $75,000 water feature. And some people might say that's a huge investment, but this is a CPA, and he said it's the best investment they've ever made. And for me, that's fantastic because how many people have $75,000, $100,000 sports cars that sit in their garage and get used a few months out of the year? This gets used 365 days out of the year. And I'm telling you right now, I am enjoying this immensely. Just walking up and seeing where the headwaters is. It just keeps going and going and going. Wow. And there's the headwater where it starts. I absolutely love coming out and seeing how old customers are living the Aquascape lifestyle. I love my job. Traditional neighborhood, but anything but a non-traditional pond, right, Chris?
Absolutely.
So we got Chris and Will from Just Add Water. We're in Waukee, Iowa, and apparently this guy is a Disney fanatic. Right here, there's Mickey. Oh my gosh.
Hey.
Welcome.
Welcome.
The Disney guy, huh? I'm the pond guy.
Rob.
Hey, Rob. This is pretty cool because I hear that these guys actually built you a Mickey Mouse pond.
They did. Come on back and look at it.
I've seen a lot of Aquascape ecosystem ponds. I have yet to find one that is a Mickey Mouse one, though. Oh my gosh, I could totally see it.
Still looks like a regular pond, but once you know it's a Mickey pond,
yes.
you can't help but see it. So.
Very creative. How did this whole thing evolve? Tell me about it. You're like, no, this is all Rob.
I walked into the backyard and Rob had a can of spray paint going crazy, drew it all out, looked at me and said, "Do you see it?" I shrugged my shoulders, said, "It's Mickey." I said, "All right, let's do it."
How'd you find it?
My friend said, hey, there's this pond tour that's going on. Let's go see what it is. Went and looked, which was great, because this is not what it would have had if I hadn't gone and looked.
Was it,
the pond tour.
would it not have been as grandiose, or what
It would have been the plastic bucket from the local lumberyard, hole in the ground kind of thing, where this has a lot more features to it that I knew I wanted after going.
So you've lived here for 4 years, and you've had the Mickey pond for 3 years.
Yep.
How's it been like living with an Aquascape ecosystem pond?
Actually, the landscaping, keeping that under control is more work than the actual
Yeah, weeding,
pond.
watering.
Yeah, it's really about once a week you come out and do a little more clean than usual, but a lot of times it's more about just a little bit here and there. I normally use the water from the pond to water the plants. They grow great on pond water.
It looks great, yeah. I love the maple.
You know, and then just turn on the garden hose to get a little more water back in, blast the algae while you're at it, and it kind of just keeps it going.
And there you go. I love the sedums. The sedums soften it up. So the whole goal is that you not know where the water ends and the land begins. So I mean, look at this plant, how it just overhangs here. And then, Will, I'm sure that you build this destination boulder so people would want to walk out there. Is that correct?
Correct.
It's also deep enough that you can sit and put your feet in the water too.
Yeah, I mean, right here. So who would not come out here and want to stand right here? The destination viewing stone rock. Wow.
My bedroom window.
So your bedroom window is right here, and this is what you listen to.
Yes, and I can hear it even with the windows closed. It's awesome to fall asleep to.
Amen. Your filter's back there hidden beneath that.
Yeah,
and you clean that out once a year, correct?
Yes.
That's not bad. Once a year cleaning.
The pump is actually down here.
Yep.
So,
it's a vanishing, it's a pond going into a vanishing edge. Talk a little bit about the design of this with, you know, how it's built.
We reused all of the soil that we excavated from the pond and the vanishing edge, and that's how we created the elevation change. One thing that we haven't mentioned yet is we actually harvest water from the downspout off the corner of the house to top this off.
So it's rainwater harvesting.
Yep. So it's sustainable. How often? I mean, Rob hardly ever adds water.
if I'm adding water, it's normally just because I've got the garden hose out blasting some algae.
Yeah.
So we were here for 3 or 4 days, brought in about 12,000 pounds of stone, and then we pretty much just kind of worked with Rob, the homeowner, to figure out how he wants to utilize this space, so that way we're aiming everything back to where he's going to get the most enjoyment out of it. You know, we wanted to bring it right up close to his concrete patio here, so he's interactive, immersed in his feature.
Spectacular. So what would an investment like this from Just Add Water?
For this feature, the pond, the vanishing edge basin with the rainwater harvesting and the 2 streams, we'd be at $15,000.
Good investment?
Absolutely.
What do people say if they come to your house for the first time? I mean, does anybody ever come here and not say something about this?
Normally they're kind of just looking and go, in fact, neighbors came over the last week and they're like, I had no clue this was back here.
Right.
So
they were expecting that, not this. So look at the landscaping, how full it is, and it stops your eyes. So your eyes will stop in that waterfalls. Instead of going over and seeing the neighbors, this backdrop of this waterfalls is perfect because it'll keep your eyes focused on the waterfalls. I love seeing cool people with unique properties. I mean, who would have ever thought that somebody would have a Mickey Mouse pond in their backyard? I wouldn't have thought that, but that's exactly why I do these vlogs, to showcase what people, look at this yard. What would you rather have? Would you rather have this yard over here, or would you rather have a Mickey Mouse pond that you can sit down and enjoy? Look at this entire backyard entertaining area. I was just looking at your neighbor's yard. Hopefully they won't see the vlog. And I'm like, nah, I want to hang out right over here with this guy with a Mickey Mouse pond. Hey, if you like this stuff and you want to find a certified Aquascape contractor in your area so that you too can live the Aquascape lifestyle, like, comment, subscribe, and check out the link below and start living the Aquascape lifestyle. I love my job.